Hi, Justin Rockaw here. Hey, I wanted to try something new with you as a way for us to communicate with you. I've got a few things I want to bring you up to speed on, and then also at the end we'll talk about how maybe something like this format could be used in the future. Our goal is to always communicate with you where we want to keep you up to speed on things. There's a lot of things going on in the church. Sometimes they're happening faster than maybe we realize or maybe you realize, and we want to be able to stay on top of that communication with you. And so there's a few things that I want to bring you up to speed on here. The first thing is this. Some of you may be aware that we have a part-time position open here at the church. It's the church administrative specialist position. It's a 25 to 30 hour position, and we have not yet found anyone for that position permanently, so applications are still being accepted. If that's something you're interested in after you've looked at the job requirements and the responsibilities, we'd encourage you to send in an application, and then also any kind of resume you may have showing work experience. If you want more information on the job, you can go to our website, which is AskHeastonChurch.com, AskHeastonChurch.com, and go to the Connect with Us and Employment, or Serve with Us and then Employment section, and you'll find that job description there. So we don't have someone permanently, but I want to tell you what we're doing for the summer, because actually it's a very neat thing. We're very excited about it. Some of you know Emma Emery. She just finished her freshman year at Oklahoma Baptist University, grew up through Heaston Church, daughter of Jay and Samantha Emery, our youth directors, and she is got a potential interest in ministry for her future. And one of the things that we have been talking about with her and in general is wanting to be able to do ministry internships for those who are potentially interested or think God might be leading that direction. And so that's Emma. And so what we're going to do this summer is we're going to pioneer something like that under the supervision of Russ Wells, our pastor of family ministries. We are going to bring Emma on as a summer intern, part-time, where she will be doing some different projects with Russ in various different areas of the church to get her exposed to what ministry looks like in the church, to develop what God may have gifted her with by way of ministry, to give her a better idea of maybe where she wants to go in the direction that the Lord might be leading her. So we're going to do that this summer, but along with that, being that Emma is administratively gifted, she has a great attitude and a very capable skill set. We've asked her to also consider, along with that internship, to maybe take on a few of the responsibilities for the summer that administrative position would hold. And so she's very graciously accepted that. We're excited about that. So what that's going to look like is from June 1st to July 31st. She is going to come on with us as a part-time summer intern, part-time church admin for basically a total of maybe 18 to 21 hours a week. She's going to split those two roles. And so we've taken a few of the things from that church admin position, the most important things, some of the things that we need help just keeping things going to help keep us freed up, the full-time staff freed up, so that we can continue to do the things that we need to do. She's going to come on and do some of those things with us for the summer from June 1st to July 31st. So we're excited about that. We want to let you know about that so that you'll know that's coming, that you can come alongside and support Emma with us. We are excited for what she's going to bring to the table for the summer, and we're looking forward to how God's going to use that. And then we'll keep you up to date if we have anybody along the way that we've decided it's time to hire for the permanent position. The second thing has to do with our children's ministry. Especially if you are a parent of a kid or a young kid, you may have noticed that many Sunday mornings and many Wednesday nights, we've got a lot of kids come into our areas, and that's a great problem to have. It's a challenge at times, but it's a great problem because that's an indication of a healthy church and a growing church. And so what we've noticed is sometimes we have so many kids in our nursery or in our children's area that sometimes it can create challenges that we don't want to experience and we want to overcome. And our staff that work in those areas, our volunteers, are extremely capable. They love the kids. They love what they're doing. They are passionate about what they're doing, and they do a great job about caring for those kids, encouraging those kids, engaging those kids, teaching those kids, and doing what they can with the space that we have. But one of the things we've been doing over the last few months here is we start conversations with some contractors to get some ideas about what we can do, whether it's taking the current space we have and reallocating it, redesigning it so that we can get maximum use, whether that's building on an addition, a children's wing of some kind, or extra rooms, or whatever the case may be. So far, nothing is off the table. We're just in the information gathering stage at this point. But wanted to let you know, particularly if you are a parent of a young kid, we are aware of that challenge and we are looking to address it. We're not ignoring it. We are taking steps that we want to be able to make a move toward getting more space so that our children's ministry and our volunteers and workers in there have what they also need to be able to engage your kids. So we'll let you know as more details for that develop. Thirdly, sometimes you've heard me say, or maybe one of our other staff, Russ or Jeff, say from the stage on Sunday morning that we would like you to move forward and scooch in. Maybe you don't see it, but here's what we see, and the reason why we say things like that is we're standing up there and we're looking out on all the people in the congregation. We see people who are guests, coming in maybe for the first time, and we have that every Sunday now. We have several guests who are coming and they're searching for a church home. We have people who are walking in late for whatever reason, and we're not judging for that, because for some people it's a lot to get here. Getting kids together, getting out the door, you never know what kind of night someone's had, and so the reality is they're walking in late, sometimes with kids, and they're looking for seats. And all the seats in the back are filled up. All the seats on the outside of the row are typically filled up. And so then what happens is, as the service is going on, they have to walk all the way to the front to find a seat. Or they have to do that awkward thing where they have to figure out what's the best way to maneuver around a person to get to the center part of the row. And so what we want to ask you to do is to consider moving up a row, just one row. If everyone will just move up one row on Sunday, what that'll do is open up the back rows. And then also we want to encourage you to scooch in toward the middle of the row. And now I understand there are some of you that need to be on the outside of a row because you've got to get up and leave the service a couple times or frequently, and that's okay. We get that, we understand that. But for those of you where that's not necessary, we want to encourage you to scooch in, because here's what we're trying to do. We are trying to communicate to people who, whether they're visiting for the first time or whether they're coming in late, we're glad you're here. We were expecting you. We want you to be here. And one of the ways that we can do that the best is by making sure there's seats available for them. The other thing to keep in mind is, and this is what we always try to do as staff, and we want you to start being able to do this too. Think about how it was when you first visited a church. Think about what you had to overcome and all the different things that you had to think about. We want to be hospitable. And one of the best ways that we can be hospitable on a Sunday morning is making sure that there are seats that are conveniently available and readily available for our guests, and then also for those who maybe show up late. So one row forward, scooch in if you're able, and that'll start freeing up some seats for those people. And then lastly, it's what do we do with this format? I'd like to be able to do this format with some other things. That's going to be up to you. One of the things I'd like to be able to do is, if you have questions about something that's being preached or something that's being taught or something that's going on in the church or coming up, or how we do things, we want to encourage you to submit those questions. And you can do that a few different ways. You can email them to general@HeastonChurch.com. That was general@HeastonChurch.com. If you're on Facebook watching this video, you can just post them in the comments right below us. If you're watching this video on Twitter, you can go, you can put your question and then hashtag AskHeastonChurch. Hashtag AskHeastonChurch. Or just grab one of us at church when you see us and let us know you have a question, and maybe we'll write it down or something. But that will give us a way to be able to interact with you, communicate with you, and it's a lot easier to do this than it is to type out an email, and most of you guys are probably not going to read emails anyway, especially if they look long. So thanks for your time. Hope to see you on Sunday if you're not out of town for Memorial Day weekend. God bless. Bye.